Starting the meeting, I'd like to call to order the Tiburon Diversity Inclusion Task Force for January 8th. Happy New Year, everybody. And let's call the roll. Lee, please.
Starting the council, Councilmember Fredericks. Here. Councilmember Nick Farr is absent. Councilmember Ryan is absent. Vice Mayor Wellner is absent. Mayor and Chair Thier.
Here.
And the at-large members, Hawi Awash.
Here.
And Hawi Awash will be participating remotely because she has a cold. Karen Carrera.
Here.
Ruben Kalra.
Here.
Nushin Latour.
Here.
And Tina Pekede and Vice Chair, excuse me.
Here.
Great. Okay, everybody. So we're going to talk a little bit about the 2025 events. Anne Marie Sue has come 3 times to present. She has sent us a very detailed proposal, which I'm sure you have all read. And I think that it should just be forwarded to the council for funding. It's not actually a vote. It is a discussion. So would anyone like to comment on that?
Yeah, I think she and her co-organizer did an absolutely fabulous event last time, and even getting more organized this time to make it bigger and better. And they've been motivated and persistent. And I think it would mean a lot to the Marin community as well as the Asian American community to support this. So I think it'd be great if, as a task force, we maybe put a vote to ask the council to support this. Would that be okay? If so, I'm happy to do so.
Alice, please.
I just want to make a comment. We have some fabulous community members putting on these events. We should be very, what are we doing? You want to hear me, so I need to put on my mic. I was just remarking that we have fabulous community members who organize these events for us. And some of them are just so focused and dedicated. And I think Anne Marie is one of them. Last year, I asked her to reach out to the Japanese community because Tiburon has a history with our Japanese community. We may not be proud of it, but it is history. And she remembered it to this year and reached out and is trying to get a taiko drum group from Sonoma as part of this. And I just want to thank her for her thoughtfulness.
Anyone else? I'll just echo that. She has come to present multiple times. This is one of the most detailed proposals and detailed budgets I've seen. And it's really refreshing to have something like this. So I just also want to echo our appreciation for her work and also for all the time she's put into these events.
I also wanted to just say it was probably one of the best organized logistically of the events that we've put on. So fully supportive. And we did discuss the possibility of celebrating the Asian heritage at a different time of year, but for many reasons, I think May is the right time of year to do it. And then the last question I have, and perhaps this is related to larger events, is whether we'll be calling for additional proposals for events for the rest of the calendar year.
Great. Thank you. Yes, please.
Yeah, I just wanted to add that last year, people thought it was great. A few people asked about the timing of it because a lot of people think of Lunar versus Autumn Festival. And I think what we can do for May is just work on promoting it a little bit more and just making sure it's marketed well. Because some people don't think of May as a typical time to celebrate.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
And I just want to thank Leah for sending out, I think, a request for events through Tib Talk and as well as the budget. So we have an idea of how much money we have, I think, left through the fiscal year. So I think there might be room for 1 or 2 more events based upon, I think, what you sent.
Yes, and it's going to go out again actually on Monday. And I will say, if the task force could provide a little context or clarity on when you want to review the proposals, usually having a deadline on those types of things is really helpful. And I'm happy to include a deadline for the public too.
Okay, so now we are moving on to the Diversity Inclusion Task Force Community Awards. But let's first see if there's any public comment on the first item, which is events. Is there anyone online?
Seeing none.
Okay, and I don't see anyone in the room that will comment. So moving on to Diversity Inclusion Task Force Community Awards Ceremony and Celebration Report. I can start off and just say that we had a wonderful celebration for Chief Jean. And if anyone didn't get the memo, the first Diversity Inclusion Task Force Community Award went to our police chief. And there was a great event at Yema, and there will be another upcoming events as well. I don't know, Howie, did you want to speak a little bit on that? I don't want to put you on the spot if you're too sick.
Sorry. No, it's fine. I think that we just need to figure out the logistics of picking a date for the dinner. And then also, I guess I would need to put together an actual outline of how I would see that event happening. But if we have a date, it would be easy for me to do that.
Okay, perfect. That's fantastic. Okay. Do we have any comment from members on that or the public?
Seeing no public comments.
Okay, moving right along to subcommittee reports for community engagement events. Diwali.
Yeah, we held our second annual, or I shouldn't say annual, our second Diwali celebration for Tiburon. We were blessed with a beautiful day and a magnificent turnout, probably the biggest turnout I've seen on Main Street for any of our events. And I think it was terrific. Got to thank Archie Chatha, co-organizer, as well as the council, diversity task force members like Tina and a lot of community members from like Dr. Raghupathy and many others who helped contribute to make this a huge success. What I think was terrific was we got, I think word sort of spread. You know, we've put in the work for the past 4 years, and I think word has sort of spread that Tiburon is sort of pioneering the way and leading the way to try to be as inclusive as possible. And we get attendees not just from San Francisco, but from all over Marin. And what I really liked about this event was it integrated some youth volunteers, and as a consequence, we had a nice mix or demographic mix of young, middle-aged, and old, and just a really fantastic, just musical celebration with activities for everyone. And very grateful for the great turnout, and hopefully everyone who did come out had a great times. And want to thank the task force and council for helping make it possible. So thank you.
So I just want to take a moment to thank Ruben because you put so much work into this, and I was there. It was absolutely incredible. I think there was 700 or 800 people that actually came out. Tina also put a lot of work into this, so I want to thank you, our Vice Chair Tina. And you know, it's really one of the most successful events that we've had, and it really just to see everybody come out like that and participate was a wonderful thing. So thank you. Yes.
It was an amazing event. What impressed me the most was the thought put into the event for the children and the arts and the crafts, and see the involvement with all the kids, and just, it was fabulous. Couldn't pick a better day. So had a great time. Thank you.
Yeah, I think it really is one of the best festivals in Marin, honestly. Like, it was just people I hadn't seen from other counties were there. I was like, wow, the word spread farther than I'd imagined. And I feel like it also should inspire all the other festivals that we support and put on to be at that level of engagement. So thank you both for your leadership, and I think it's really inspiring.
I might pile on one other comment. I think kind of based on what Nushin said, we had guests from all over the Bay Area. In fact, I brought one public company CEO to the event, and she was so incredibly impressed that the town of Tiburon would do something like this. And so just want to say thank you to Ruben for all of the heart and soul that you put into it.
Yeah. Yay, Ruben. Okay, any public comment?
Seeing none.
Okay, so Yes.
Know how I think the Brown Act does require, because she is teleconferencing, to be on camera for this. I think for the Berlin regulations, I know it's,
Okay.
I'm sorry to do this, but I think that's.
Okay, we are not counting Howie into the quorum. If she does need to be on camera, I'm not sure, since she's not part of the quorum. She's participating as a member of the public, I believe, right now. I'm going to defer to Lee, our town clerk.
If Howie would like to turn her camera on, she's certainly welcome to. I have to say, Howie's participating in this meeting under under the teleconferencing laws that are fairly new, and they came about as a result of COVID. So I'd have to look into it a little bit more. Under normal teleconferencing rules, that is correct. However, it's a new law that if you'd like me to look into it a little bit, I can take a few minutes to do that, but.
I don't.
It doesn't give me the option for the camera. I don't mind turning it on if you guys need me to, but I don't see there's no, I don't know where to click to turn it on, if that makes sense.
I'll give you the rights, Howie, just 1 second.
Thank you.
Okay, so thank you, Francisco, from the ARC newspaper. That was Francisco from the ARC newspaper calling our attention to that. I think we can get our town attorney to give us the answer, but in the meantime, Howie is turning on her camera. And so thank you, Howie. Moving right along to policing. I don't think we have.
No, I don't
A
have
report.
anything to report. I know
Okay,
we-
great. So then we
although
are going to
I
see.
did ask, Chief, if there was anything that she could report on regarding any of the issues that have been brought up before, such as like the RIPA data. And I know that Marin County, for example, was going to hire an analyst regarding the RIPA data. And I wondered if you had, for example, a report on that.
I don't have a report on the RIPA data. The RIPA data online is all current and updated. At some point, if we would like to have that actually.
I guess my question was, remember one time, Chief, we talked that Marin County was going to hire a person to review the RIPA data and do an analysis. Do you know anything about that? Is there any update on that? That's it.
They've hired someone and we'll look into that, and hopefully in the near future, we can have that individual come here and discuss that.
That'd be
Okay, great. Okay, any public comment on that? Seeing
None.
Okay, so we are now adjourned.
We
and
should,
I want to thank everybody. Do you have anything for oral communications? Okay.
Can I ask?
But I
one
don't think
thing today?
anybody has anything because there's nothing attached. So we are going to close the meeting. And I want to thank everyone for coming. And
Holly?
Had something.
oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry. Can we pick a date for the dinner just so we have
We-
something to
We
work with?
can't right now, but
We
we will
cannot?
do it offline. We're not gonna be able to
Okay.
do that right now in this meeting. But we will
Okay.
do it offline, and we'll do it within the next week or so. Does that work? We'll
Yeah,
have
that
Lisa
works for
send
me.
something out. Okay,
So are we saying we're gonna do it the next meeting? Because do we need to get everybody's input on the date?
I think I'm gonna have Lee reach out and get some input on dates.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that makes more sense than trying to coordinate calendars with people who aren't here and all of that. But okay, so we are now adjourned. Thank you.